A revised jobs report shows the American job market was much weaker in 2024 than what was reported by the fired head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. In fact, over a 12-month period that ended in March, the revision showed 911,000 fewer jobs were actually added than the estimate that was given from Biden's appointed Commissioner of Labor Statistics. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, quote, "Today, the BLS released the largest downward revision on record, proving that President Trump was right. Biden's economy was a disaster, and the BLS is broken. This is exactly why we need new leadership to restore trust and confidence in the BLS's data on behalf of the financial markets, businesses, policymakers, and families that rely on this data to make major decisions." And joining us this morning to discuss is former White House economic advisor Steve Moore. I mean, Steve, what is going on here? This is also on top of the fact that last year they also had to revise those jobs numbers again by, what, 818,000? I mean, this is a disaster.
Yeah, Jan, it is. And it's a breakdown in our ability to count the number of jobs that are being created, which actually is the most important monthly number we have from the government about how the economy is doing. It's the best barometer. And so these numbers have been all over the place. They are increasingly unreliable. So in the what we found in looking at the revisions is that over the last 2.5 years, they've revised the numbers downward by 2.5 million. So we're not even coming close to what the numbers we just want accurate numbers because it's a good way that we determine the health of the economy. So these numbers are not even close. There were two surveys that were done in the Friday jobs report. One is of households and the other one is of businesses. The business survey showed only something like 25,000 jobs created, but the other household survey said we created 290,000. So there's something going wrong here.
Obviously,
and Trump was right to say we have to overhaul this system so we get reliable numbers because they are not reliable, they're not believable, and they're not accurate.
Economists questioning the legitimacy period of the Bureau. What's the big picture here, though? What are the key takeaways, and how much will this impact the case to lower interest rates even further?
Well, listen, I mean, the Fed is going to lower rates in the next couple of weeks when they meet. No, that's well known. The only question right now, Jan, is whether they will lower rates by 25 basis points or 50 basis points. I favor a rate cut, but I also think that people in Washington and people on Wall Street put way too much emphasis on the Fed's rate policies. It's not as if Jerome Powell were the Wizard of Oz behind a curtain that can push a button or pull a lever and make the economy better. Now, I happen to think the economy is doing really well right now. I'm not too concerned about it. We're seeing hundreds of billions of dollars of new money coming into the country. We're seeing gas prices are now $3 a gallon in most places in the country. We've got illegal immigration down by 94%. We've got a record stock market. So I'm pretty bullish on the U.S. economy right now, regardless of what the Fed does.
And to your point, I saw a picture of you with President Trump recently in the Oval Office to discuss his economic policies. I also saw this graph you posted. I want to show our folks at home that shows that middle-class incomes under Trump rose faster than Obama and Biden combined. So talk about your analysis here from the Census Bureau and why income increased way faster under this administration than both Biden and, again, Obama combined.
Yeah, so that red pillar there is the increase under Trump in his first term, and the blue pillars are the numbers for both Obama and Biden. That's enormous because Trump was only in office for 4 years in his first term. Obama and Biden had 12 years, and even combined, they didn't see the income increases. Incidentally, as you may know, yesterday the Census Bureau came out with their final numbers, and it turns out that our estimates were almost exactly right. So these numbers have now been verified by the official Census Bureau, and it shows that Trump's policies really did help the middle class.
What specifically of his policies do you think was the greatest factor in this?
I think it would be, I think it's just that Trump is pro-business. He knows how businesses operate. He knows how, you can't have jobs without businesses. And so I think he has an attitude about let's make America number one, and let's make sure that we're putting America first in terms of our job creation, in terms of income growth. And these policies have generally worked. The tax cuts, the deregulation,
right.
The fact that we're producing more energy today than ever before. That's all pro-growth, pro-jobs, and pro-wages.
All right. Former White House economic advisor Steve Moore, always great to see you. Thanks for joining us.